The Golden State Warriors have defeated the Memphis Grizzlies and will now face our Houston Rockets in the 2025 first-round playoffs. We're so back? Let's talk about it. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Summit State of Mind, presented to you by the Apollo Podcast Network and powered by J-Bar M. That's right, J-Bar M, the best barbecue in this side of H-Town. Be sure to check them out. Great happy hour deals, great barbecue, and they're located just blocks and a few minutes from the Toyota Center where your Houston Rockets play. Be sure to check them out. Let's go ahead and talk about it live. Look, post-game, literally it just happened. Warriors just defeated the Memphis Grizzlies, and they will now face the Houston Rockets in the first round. Ooh. A tale as old as time, a song as old as rhyme. Warriors versus Rockets every freaking year, and we're here.
Oh, yeah.
And it is once again happening. Doesn't matter what iteration of the team we have.
Man.
How are we feeling right now? It is another dance. Golden State versus the Houston Rockets. I can't even get it out properly without laughing. Like, this is almost a joke at this point.
Poetic. It's poetic. But you know what? To quote Tara Eason here, Warriors, come out and play. It's time. And if there's anybody that would get this team ready to exercise those demons of Rockets past, is an Ime Udoka-led team. And frankly, I am confident in thinking that the Rockets will play well.
Very slowly.
I'll explain it why. I'll explain it why.
Okay.
The Warriors are still good. They still got Steph Curry, the greatest shooter to ever live.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, they got it. But is this iteration of the Warriors good enough to beat this iteration of the Rockets? This is kind of like the 1999 version of the Houston Rockets. Hakeem,
Hakeem,
Charles Barkley,
dude.
and Scottie Pippen. A bit older, a bit wiser, but not athletic enough to beat the young athletic team. Like
in a 7-game
series. The Rockets
series.
couldn't beat the Lakers.
Fair point.
And now the Rockets have their opportunity to slay the beast. The Beast Slayer. Shout out to Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah. No, I like that. That's very good. I agree with you. And this is the way I think about it, is that if you asked me a week ago, I was leaning heavy Memphis. I would have been like, Memphis, absolutely. Give me the Clippers even. I was like, give me the Clippers, give me Memphis. I ain't trying to touch the Warriors.
Yeah.
24 hours removed. Fuck it, give me the Warriors. Give me the Warriors. And you know why, and I'll explain why. How else better than to move on with this new core, this new generation, this up-and-coming team of the Houston Rockets to assert your dominance as the 2025 going into the future. To win your third championship, you're going to have to exercise your demon. Shouts to Eminem. You're going to have to make them do jumping jacks. You have to make them motherfuckers do jumping jacks. And that's what we're going to do here.
Yep.
It's Rockets, it's Warriors. This is like I said, this is what we've experienced for years now. But this was the Harden era, the Dwight Howard era, the Chris Paul era. This is the Jalen Green, Alperen Şengün, Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, Fred VanVleet, like this, Dylan Brooks. Like this is this iteration of the Rockets. And I think top to bottom, this team does outrank. And I think this team overall is better built than the Warriors team this year, which is why I agree with you. I think overall they actually have a good chance of actually defeating this team. Obviously, Steph being Steph.
Yes.
Let's put that in crux. He's the greatest shooter of all time. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to chase him for 7 games.
Yeah.
Which life. The
last game, Amen Thompson guarded him. He scored 3 points.
Right. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm all in. I'm here. I'm hyped right now. The dogs are barking.
Shout out Bron Breaker.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Shout out to Scott Steiner. Steiner math. Hey, Warriors, you guys thought you had a 50% chance, but we're a metaphysical human being, so that gives you a 25% chance. Shout out to my wrestling
Shout out to
fans
Steiner math, man. The greatest math equation of all time.
Literally listening right now. Guys, right now, this is just right here, live reactions right now as the Houston Rockets are going to move on to face the Golden State Warriors. GM, throw a stat at you right now. The Houston Rockets Oddly enough, they did play 5 games.
Yeah,
they
due
had
to the
cup game that they ultimately defeated the Warriors. Thank goodness that was the first win, and they ended the season at 2-3. So it's not for nothing.
Yes.
They did end the season at 2-3. Probably would have been 1-3 because of the cup game. But bottom line, they're 2-3 going into the playoffs here. What are your kind of expectations with that record? Does that record hold any accountability? Anything moving on to the playoffs? Yeah, any merit? Do
I a little bit. Okay. The Rockets.
Yes. Pray tell the people.
There was a game in Houston earlier in the year that the Rockets were down very big, and there was a Tari Eason-led comeback, which we ultimately fell short. And then the Cup game in which me, you, and Dexy were at, that was the first beast that was slayed because we hadn't beat them in how many games, Kenny? It was like, I don't know. It was like 17, 18 straight games.
Yeah, it was like 16
It was a hot minute. And then our most recent victory in the Bay was our first win in the Bay since 2019.
Yes, and on top of that, a dominant win at that. It was a dominant win. Like every time they came back, we were able to score.
So I think that even though we were 2-3 against the Warriors, we're trending up against the Warriors. The last 3 games against them were 2-1. That's kind of where my focus lies in terms of I don't want to say projection, but more so kind of along the lines of a prediction and what expectations should be as opposed to the 2-3 overall record. I think that the team's built, man. The team's built for it. They're not afraid. The stigma that surrounded Golden State prior to this year, I believe, is completely gone.
No, I agree with you too. And I think that's where the Houston Rockets kind of stand, that stigma that the Houston Rockets have kind of struggled against this Warriors team. It's the equivalent of, these guys, like they're not a machine. They're men. They can bleed. And we kind of showed that finally against this Warriors team. And it's the current iteration of the Rockets that has done it. It's built on the core of Jalen Green, on Alperen Şengün, on the backs of these young guys with the coupled vets. It's a perfectly
blended.
It's a perfectly blended and placed team to defeat this current iteration of the Warriors, which they're old. They're just gonna get older, and the whole point is to just outlast them. And obviously Draymond's gonna be Draymond, Steph's gonna be Steph. We know this. They just need to outlast them, and I think a big key here, is to just mentally be stronger. They have to mentally be strong. You saw that how the Warriors just kind of unfolded as the game went along. I like that. I love the idea that the Rockets, to a degree, were the stronger mental team than them.
Yep.
So I love the idea of the fact that this, as long as the Rockets hold on to what has kept them mentally sharp throughout the season, I think ultimately they don't just beat the Warriors. There's a chance that they can beat them decisively. So there's that idea.
That's a
statement. Well, saying if they stay mentally sharp, I'm just saying.
Fair.
All right, throw another stat at you one time, GM.
Okay.
Outside of the first head-to-head matchup, which I think the score was 126-122. So outside of the very first head-to-head matchup, no team, either the Rockets nor the Warriors, have exceeded 106 points, which means it has been a defensive slugfest.
And I love that.
And the last 106 points was scored the very last game of the season. I mean, against them, and that was us. We had 106 points. So this has been a slug fest of defensive proportions, epic, high intensity games.
Yep.
What's your overall thoughts right now about that? The fact that no team has exceeded 106 points in the last 4 matchups.
You giving me those numbers just actually inflates my confidence, because if you want a grudge,
Circle gets a square.
Like not grudge, but I mean,
did you want a fist bump? I'm sorry.
In terms of the defensive stalwarts opposing each other, I think that we are the team that should come out on top of that due to our athleticism, our youth.
And better offensive rebounding.
Exactly, better offensive rebounding. We have someone named Steven Adams.
It's going to average like 12 boards.
Oh, my God. I just really,
I'm so ready.
I really think that those numbers really just adds to the confidence. I think if you weren't feeling too confident before the episode, you should feel a lot better about that, because any kind of grit and grind game, the Rockets have a really good shot at winning that. That's the kind of style of play that Ime probably wants to play, especially against a Steph Curry-led team, because when they play fast, that means they're making buckets.
Exactly.
And that's the one thing you kind of want to avoid with the Warriors. So those numbers, I think that's actually pretty damn good, if you ask me.
I think that's exactly what they want, and that's the style of play, and I think you're right. He wants the game to be slower, to grind out this Warriors team to the finish, and I think that's kind of where Ime's style will ultimately be successful, because that this game slows down, whether it's offensive rebounding on the Rockets side, free throws led on them to kind of find a way to keep that game slow.
Yeah.
No fast break Curry threes, obviously, being a part of that. And there's so many other facets that are in play here, but I love the idea. And I think this is a staying trend. I'm not sure if they're going to exceed 106. Maybe there'll be a game.
I think there will be a game.
One game.
Where there's might be a crazy 120, 116 type of game.
I think if it does go 120, 116, I think the Rockets lose. I think if the Rockets want to win these games, they have to try to keep the Warriors between around the 90s to early 100s.
That's a fair assessment.
To win these games. And they're more than capable. Yeah. They're more than capable. You just got to get rid of who's that other guy? What's his name? That other player.
Draymond?
No. The
Butler?
role player. No, the role player. We didn't even mention Jimmy
Podziemski?
Butler. Yeah, Podziemski. I hate Pods, man. You know what Pods does? All Pods does. He is the literal role player that just happens to show out against the Rockets. There's always one.
He's what Jack Harlow wished he was.
Damn. That is an assessment.
That seems kind of mean, because Jack is a well-accomplished musician and actor. But
and Pods is just Pods.
Yeah, Pods is just Pods. He's obnoxious as shit, but he's played pretty well to end the year. So I mean, shout out to him, but fuck him.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that was my line. I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead. Shout out to Ric Flair, but not really. Let's go ahead and move on to our last segment. But before we do, Jim, I know you got to plug one time.
Yeah, let's give a quick shout out to J Bar M Barbecue, the best barbecue in H-Town, Apollo's favorite barbecue spot to visit. Go check them out. Minutes from Toyota Center, whether you want to go there pregame, postgame for the Houston Rockets, or even for an Astros game, Dynamo Dash game. Go over there, hang out, have some fun, enjoy some bottomless mimosas, the best brunch menu in H-Town, Saturday and Sunday, $16 bottomless mimosas. Make sure to go check them out, have some fun. We'll see you out there, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm eating right now. Now I'm parched. I need to wet my whistle with some happy hour drinks.
Yikes.
Go check them out.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly, of course. As you can see, we're not drinking. So drink responsibly, obviously. But yeah, be sure to check them out. Best barbecue in the city of H-Town, Apollo's Barbecue Joint, located and situated just minutes from Toyota Center, where your Houston Rockets play. GM, let's talk about it right now with our last segment, the Texas Trinity bold prediction.
Hey.
And what I mean by that is, give me the bold prediction of the series, Rockets versus Warriors. But before you do, I want everyone to like, comment, subscribe this video right now. Drop your prediction. Let us know right now who's going to advance the second round. Is it Rockets? Is it Warriors? And when do they advance? Is it Rockets in 7? Is it Warriors in 5? Is it Rockets in 6?
Yeah.
Drop it right now. Let us know right now in the comments. Let us know before we reveal ours. GM, right now, your bold prediction, your Texas Trinity bold prediction for Rockets versus Warriors first round.
My prediction isn't bold. It's going to be Rockets in 7. I'm going to take the Rockets in 7. I think it's going to be a very, very hard-fought series. This is going to be the series that really tests the Houston Rockets' mettle, and the true colors of an Ime Udoka team will really show at the end. The Rockets will out-tough the Golden State Warriors and win in 7 inside Toyota Center and exercise those demons.
Can we just not miss 27 straight threes in a Rockets game 7 against the Warriors? Because I had mad PTSD. The second you said that, Rockets in 7 in Toyota Center, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, I just felt a cold chill. I just felt the ghost of Chris Paul's hamstring.
Oh no.
Felt it.
Sadness.
The ghost of Austin Rivers' bad 3-point shooting.
Yikes.
That was in 2019. But my bold prediction, which is bolder than yours.
Well, probably a lot bolder.
Rockets in 4. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking Rockets in 4. Let's go. No. I'm kidding.
That would have been nutty.
Rockets have proven that they can beat the Warriors in Golden State. I think it's obviously going to be a madhouse once they're in Golden State, obviously in the playoffs. They're a different animal in the playoffs. I know the crowd is a different animal. I think they can get them in 6. I think there's a chance. That last win against the Warriors in Golden State. If we didn't beat the Warriors in Golden State, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's 7. Every home team is probably going to end up winning their games.
Yeah.
There's a chink in the armor in Golden State now.
Yep.
So, and I love that the Rockets can come in there with confidence. I think there is a possibility that the Rockets can close out the series in Golden State, Game 6.
I like that.
It's the ultimate like silencer. Go home. Your era's over. Bye bye. Like, you know what I mean? This is our era now. Fuck y'all.
Yep.
You know, we're gonna do well. West Coast Finals. Kevin Durant's coming next year.
Time.
It's my time. Shout outs to Triple H.
1, 2. This on. Sorry. My bad. Oh, stop.
Yeah, we're playing with that Triple H. All right. Sorry, guys. So you got Rockets in 7. I got Rockets in 6.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go home here. Obviously, before we do real quick, once again, just a reminder, please sure to like, comment, subscribe. And once again, comment right now who's going to win Rockets versus Warriors. And drop your bold prediction right now. So let us know who's going to win, who's going to advance, and when they're going to advance. GM, let's get ready to go home here one time.
Well, everyone, make sure to follow me on socials at JP_Mirabueno. Make sure to follow the podcast on Twitter at Summit, SOMPOD. Make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at Summit State of Mind _POD. And make sure to follow our family, our brothers, over here on all social platforms at Apollo HOU. And do not forget, please don't forget, Kenny, show them what we do.
Powerbomb that subscribe button. Rah!
Jackknife powerbomb like Kevin Nash, that subscribe button. We are at 14.3K subs.
More of a Batista bomb type guy.
Damn, you're right. Inside this bit of danger.
We need 14.4K subscribers.
I think we literally just do half the podcast to pop ourselves. But it's
true.
14.3K subs. Can we get to 14.5 by the end of Sunday? Kenny, what's happening this weekend?
We got WrestleMania weekend one time, guys. That's right, WrestleMania weekend at Pitch 25. We're doing a watch party. We're doing 2 watch parties. We're doing a watch party Saturday and Sunday at Pitch 25. Special guests, Henry To'oTo'o, Xavier Hutchinson. We're going to have 2 Houston Texans players in the building with us. We're going to have 8 vendors. Pre-show party starts at 3. Main show starts at 6. It is all happening Saturday and Sunday at Pitch 25. The videos that you love, the highlights that you love, the live reactions that you love. We're going to have cameras in the building for these live reactions. If you want to be a part of history, be a part of these live reactions, the viral live reactions that y'all have literally followed us and subscribed to us for, be sure to pull up to Pitch 25. It's going to be a great time, a packed house, like dozens, hundreds of wrestling fans, maybe even thousands of wrestling fans that will be in the building to support and show love. WrestleMania weekend, the best weekend. This is Christmas for your boy. I'm so excited. Be sure to check it out. Pitch 25. GM, once again, let's get ready to go home here. Say the word.
4 letters. 1 word. Yeet.
Warriors. No yeet. Don't do the rock thing.
I didn't do the rock thing.
You did. You did that.
That was just the...
You did that.
You're done.
Fuck it. John Cena 17. Let's go.